Are you guys watching the draft here? Because we got to talk about the Yuzong as well. One of the top 3 heroes that actually has a low. How do you guys feel when Sanford has his hands on the Yuzong?
Look, it's always good to see Sanford on something that he's comfortable with, but I think as of right now, TLPH, they need to go wild and crazy. They need to throw everything at FCAP right here, right now.
And they're off to a great start. Again, putting his signature hero on him, the human calculator, the Apex Predator, can actually be more than just a response to Liquid Echo's movements. He can actually start fights. That's what I'm looking for here.
Okay. I think with the Kaja, they have to ban, the Moskov over the carry.
Yeah, they're not scared of the carry because they have the Arlet, so that you can displace him as well as Julian.
They're not really tanky.
Nathan is okay, but then again, that's like the back Nathan, which you don't have this combo because it's mainly magic. I mean, FCAP will review their mid lane now.
Let's talk about JP as well. JP says he's looking forward to TLPH going out against FCAP because he doesn't care who else is on the other side. NIP Flash, SRG, doesn't matter because it's going to be either these 2 teams that's going to win MSC.
Ooh, that's some spice right there. The
Nathan Florin. This is Nathan Florin, I think, for TLP.
That's so super scaling though, right?
Yeah, and at the same time, it's
And casters, what do you guys think is going to be the last pick here? You guys feel like it's going to be jungle again?
Novaria, Julian jungle.
Could be a Julian jungle situation all over again, right? Strong team fight from TLPH, but the only problem is they don't have a disengage mechanic, but the same can be said about FCAP.
Yeah, I think you got to put a burst on few here so that the rest of the sustain is neutralized. Make these fights quick and dirty.
Or they could make it even longer. Maybe with a Fairness pick here for Few. Signature pick for him. They can try to bait out some of the resources, big ones from Liquid Echo, and then prolong that skirmish with the Edith, with the Claude,
How about
the Julian.
Okay.
All right.
Julian mid.
Bold.
Julian mid again, but again, we've seen it work. Now we have the Nolan. Nolan going up against the Batsia. Again, for our casters, I hope you guys are ready because this could be the final game of this match, or it could be the start of reverse sweep. With that being said, we're throwing it over to our casters.
A fight to remember between 2 combat masters. Be like water or sting like a bee. This is going to be a match for everybody to remember who is going to be the best and, as stated, to win it all at MSC.
Again, like true masters of the game, no one is shook, no one is panicking. They are just adjusting slightly the strategies to go for the best results possible. Victory.
Well, with that being said, match point currently for Falcons AP Brand as we head into the land of Dawn. Spawn points have been set and players are moving out. It's going to be TLPH on blue side up against Falcons AP Brand on the red.
I'm loving how still they remain quick and dirty with their lineup, even if we did get the whole Julian jungle wrong. They just sent him in mid, same amount of burst, and then put a Nolan in the jungle. Ooh. Flicker out by Few.
I mean, this is a similar situation to what we saw in game number 1. They get that early trade against Few to play in this mid lane, get an early battle spell, but all of a sudden they get punished, and maybe it's going to come through their jungle in Kyle TZ. With that being said, guys, starting on July 24th, it's the female pro players' time to shine. Catch the MLBB Women's Invitational 2024, where 12 teams from 11 regions break barriers and redefine esports.
Super Marco catches a few beads there. Oh no, Kyle TZ put down 1/10 of his health. Carl TZ looking for him. The answer from Ogwin. JP topping up Carl. Again, this is very reminiscent of game number 2. In comes Ogwin. There's the knock up, looking for the kill. Benny Cutie draws first blood. Carl TZ hunting. Finds a 1. That's JP down. Super Marco puts them all back through 1 for 1.
Man, I can't believe Few actually was capable of participating in that fight, and they got away with it as well, right? As for mention, you know, Kyle TZ, he makes things happen, he gets the kill. But at the same time, if Few was level 3, it could have been even cleaner, and yet he just teetered on the edge.
Let's look at the XP lane. Again, I'm expecting a lot to come from both Flap TZ and Sanford here. Flap TZ just allowing for this freeze to happen. Not so sure if he knows that Carl TZ Easy is just around the corner. Turtle coming up in a few seconds from now. Real quick, a look at the emblems.
Based off of the emblems here, I'm rather surprised because Few is one of the few people that I would have imagined would like to have the lethal ignition. But now that he's in lane, it kind of changes the dynamic a little, right? Having the Impure Rage is actually not a bad idea, right? Especially when you can start chunking out some of the bigger members very, very slowly, but honestly consistent.
Oh, look at this duel up top, like Rock and Cena going at it. Oh no, down bottom, let's switch it up. Turtle already started the flicker in by Flap, no one home. Down goes Few. Sanford coming in, the Black Dragon form, down to the Dragonoid. Flap looking to burst him down. Primordial Wrath already set in. Kyle TZ pushing them through. Down goes JP, down goes Carl. Ogun finds him, even 40's gonna fall. Marco finds him. 3 for 1 the trade. Falcons, AP Bren.
A good rotation from the side of Falcons AP Bren. Honestly, really split on that fight. Benny QT is still going to be able to get entire goal plating in the meantime, so it's not the end of the world, but 3 to 4, baby. This is getting, wait, hold up.
Benny did get a lot of bank there. I wonder if Ogwin's gonna get away.
I mean, Flap's nearby.
Carl Teasy, no one knocked up, and that's enough to help the disengage.
Yep, and here we go. The diversion's coming out, and Few might say no to this. Oh, they get out just in time, making sure that Carl Teasy is catching tempo, especially against a hyper-mobile assassin like Kyle on a Nolan.
All right, Box Unity is quick. Divergence faster.
Way faster.
He was going to get there anyways, so this is a small economic advantage for Falcons AP Bren, and Carl TZ is going off of the momentum from game number 2. Honestly, he did well in the first maybe 2/3 of that game, up until they were just starting to force fights. Now, they got their eyes on the prize. They're still maintaining their priority and rotating much faster than Falcons AP Bren can respond, but man, Falcons AP Bren just always know how to welcome Liquid Echo, even if they are man down.
Well, I think also because Falcons AP Bren, they always listen. Everybody can technically be a shot caller, and more importantly, whoever has the lead should be the one they're playing around. I think that Falcons AP Bren are listening to Kyle. Hey, I'm going to be ending up on this side of the map. Can we make anything happen by the time I get there?
And here, Carthes is caught out by Ogwin. Sanford comes through as well. The answer, the final slash. Ogwin down to a 10th of his health, flickering on back. That's a Black Dragon form spent by Sanford just to disengage. That's a turtle coming up in half a minute.
Yep, and that's also his Petrify as well, right? That's pretty big. No Black Dragon form, doesn't have the Petrify. By the time the next turtle spawns, he's not going to have many resources to really try to make things happen, right? So he's going to depend on JP's Minoan Fury to set things up. At the end of the day, right, Benny QT still needs plenty of time to scale, and
What? Minoan Fury used to disengage. Oh, it's just a close call.
It's a close call, but it's a huge win for Falcons AP Bren.
Oh, blazing the wet by Super Marco right in Benny Cutie's face. Answered with the entropy. Super Marco overheating. Kyle TZ coming through, gets caught out. Benny Cutie goes down, taken up by Ogwin, but Kyle TZ falls as well. I don't think Ogwin's gonna survive this. No, sir. That will help him get through. Vengeance in, but Sanji gets a double kill. The mid lane genius. Another one off camera. What happened to Few?
I think he may have walked up too far and got punished, but then how did he die?
Where was the damage coming from?
I mean, Sanford killed him at the end of the day, right? And he didn't have his Petrify, like we mentioned, and doesn't.
Happened?
Well, man, looks like it could have been a mistake from new side. Hopefully we catch a replay of it later down the line. But for the time being, Benny QT, he's scaling up at a pretty, honestly, a decent rate compared to the first 2 games, right? He's got the Starlium Scythe. He already has second item Starlium Scythe, first item Feather Heaven, and I think the rest of the team at this point in time are just slowly catching up. The important thing here is that Falcons AP Brent, every time I call it, hey, no resources on Sanford, they got to target instantly. They attack JP.
Calculation on the roamers, but as soon as the rest of Liquid Echo come in and crash through, in true Liquid Echo Express fashion, they just run through what's left of Falcons AP Brent. So this is an interesting turn of events already. Carl TZ picking up the Brute Force Breastplate. Sanford sent down back bottom to clear the wave. And we are going to get to a pause real quick, try to figure out what situation. Pennies from
Up the best situation, but he's the GOAT, and that's why he can skull it and handle it.
And now I think we are back into the game. Once more, game number 3. Slight advantage over to Liquid Echo. Again, 1,000 and change between them. This is Falcons AP Brent chance to regroup. They gotta make sure that whatever happened about 2 minutes ago should not happen again.
Let's look at the build so far, because right now Carl TZ is actually going for quite a greedy build with the Brute Force Breastplate. He wants to be able to kind of keep up with pace, but more importantly, getting in and out of these fights is going to help a lot when you have the extra movement speed.
Yep, looking at the build on Few right now. First up, the Genius one. So that is incremental advantage. The more you keep hitting, the more you deal more damage. And Falcons AP Brent, I'm not so sure if they have the time to do that. With how fast Liquid Echo just, you know, at the drop of a dime, crash in. Oh, here's a push coming through. Benny Cutie gets in with the entropy. JP catches Few, dashing through with the flicker. Oh, Few's gonna die.
Okay, I mean, Few, he needed a couple more seconds, but now at the turtle, it's all up to Carl.
Oh, Turtle here at a 10th of his health. Carl TZ secures. Down goes Slap TZ. Marco blazing duet away. Carl stopping him right in his tracks. Another entropy from Benny. Down goes Marco. 3-4-0. Never doubt him. Best in the world.
Carl TZ does not miss on these retributions.
Oh no.
And they're gonna pull him over the finish line. They're gonna pull and drag TLPH to get there. They pick up the kill on Ogwin, and now the momentum shift in the crowd. Listen to their screams.
The cavalry is alive. Make it a 4-for-1. Falcons AP Brent left in shambles. Kyle TZ, he knows what's coming. Sanji goes into that bush via diversion. And what does that mean for the economy? Look at this, the Holy Crystal. This is Benny QT's Trinity.
Yep, and that's why they're up on that Amazon stage. Benny QT is walking around like Jeff Bezos right now. He is packed.
It's the Amazon Arena.
Yep, it is the Amazon reason for a reason. But look at him. He doesn't even care.
They're still going. Carl TZ from the flank. Flap TZ taken out. Sanford coming through. Can he stop Ogwin? The answer is yes. Down he goes. Another 2 free kills for the cavalry.
I mean, this game is starting to spiral out of control.
Oh, can Kyle dash through? He's leaving these rifts, these fractures.
Oh, no.
There's a diversion of top in that bush. Can Sanji stop him? Kyle, where are you going? He's cornered.
They need some help, Carl. He's going to put him out of his misery. Where you going, buddy? Retreats him down to the ground.
That's the shot.
And that's the shot from Sanford. This has spiraled way out of control, but despite chasing all the time wasted and bought by Kyle, look at what Falcons AP Brent have done. They kind of reset that mid lane. They're coming down to clean up that bot side. Sure, take our tier 2, whatever, as long as you don't extend this lead further than this.
They're crawling. All this while Liquid Echo are galloping. For every inch Falcons AP move, Liquid Echo are a mile ahead. This is amazing. This is huge. I mean, yes, economically speaking, that's what, 3K, 4K? But look at the map get in.
Unironically, this is the biggest lead we've seen from Liquid Echo in a while.
In the whole series.
Yeah. Wait. Where's the TP going? Down to the bot side? Oh,
they go ahead and, Few. Ever the wily veteran puts up a huge wave there. I mean, this is plenty for Liquid Echo to deal with, but not like it's going to cost them much. Falcons AP Brent, they're really struggling, but every little move counts.
I could see it. I could see the PTSD in Few. I remember during the final, same thing happened, right? They took the Lord. He's trying to push. He gets caught out and dies. He's not going to make that same mistake twice in such an important series.
And just as quickly, he switches up to the top. After that recall, tries to take care of as much of the wave as possible. This is an enhanced wave. Sanji clearing out the bushes. Sanford making sure that he can catch someone with a full combo hell, maybe even just a dash in with a petrify. They are gonna push in through tier 2 up top. That's a Holy Shield still standing. What is this? There's a fight here. Ogwin flickering on out. Okay, still alive. Oh, they're gonna deny Kyle Teasy his resources. What was Falcons even doing? Why are they scattered? Why are they just shifting through the map?
It's just to disrupt tempo, right? Because Falcons AP Brand, they're not farming in this point of time. They are chasing Few down. And if Few can waste even more time, it's better for them.
Oh, there's a dash, there's a flicker, and he's still running. He's using the Wilderness Blessing to its maximum. And the dash, he didn't even need to use the Cyclone. I mean, that's reverse psychology. I know you know that I'm not going to use it, so I'm not going to use it.
Exactly.
And he gets away!
Exactly. And now he's come to a point in the game, especially with his items, that his CDR is going to make sure that he's roughly around 7 seconds per ability. If not, if I'm correct, it should be around 8. We'll double check on the items in just a little bit. But because of these motions, it gives Falcons AP Brand an opportunity to kind of open up the opposite side of the map. They're trading vertically, technically, in terms of land masses, right? Let's cut the map directly in the middle. There's bottom side and top side. And with what Few did, it opens up the top side.
Which is all the more amazing for a lineup such as Falcons AP Brands, because they don't have the low yi. They have to walk through everything. They have to take everything by land, the old-fashioned way. And here we go. We see it. It's 7.
It's 7. Thank you so much, observers. Now, as we get back into this game, Sky Piercer already purchased by Kyle TZ. They're not going to let Benny QT stand and to take the entire Primordial Wrath from Flap TZ again and survive.
We need to see Kyle TZ step up, or at least have him get set up. I think that's what's lacking, but that's because Liquid Echo are doing so well to protect Sanji, to protect Benny Cutie. I didn't even notice Sanji is yet to suffer a death.
Yep, he's having a perfect game right now. I mean, considering that the previous game he basically got a bronze medal for that performance in KDA, now he's like, I'm making up for it. I better get MVP by the end of this.
And he's on his way, well on his way. He's got about 30 seconds off of this flicker, an extra layer of protection. There's a Lord spawning about 10. Flap TZ here, dueling with his TZ brother. JP coming up. Ogwin holding the line as well. It's paternal combat up in here. They're both holding on to their big ticket ults, but I don't think Falcons AP Brand are ready to fight. They still need a little bit more farm. You're looking at a 5K gold lead for the Cavalry.
They're thinking about their children. They're thinking about their families back at home, how important it is to win this match. It's a huge chunk of money. It's called TZ zones out Kyle.
Ogwin gets caught out. That's a lot of ult spent to catch one, but I'd say it's worth it. Falcons AP Brand are a man down as Liquid Echo work on the Lord. A third of its health, a fifth, a 10th, and that's a secure for Benny Cutie.
Well done by Liquid Echo here. Really bouncing back hard against Falcons AP Brand. This might just be a full comeback here because it looks like Liquid Echo are awake.
6K now, the gold lead for the Cavalry. Expected to grow a little bit more as soon as this Lord spawns. Liquid Echo will attempt a 3-lane synchronized push. That's going to give Falcons AP Brand a lot to think about. And now in hindsight, Gideon, I got to say, Falcons AP Brand from a scale of 1 to 10 on wave clear, they're barely a 6.
It's not the greatest in the world. And definitely, yes, it's not like it's impossible to clear a wave. No, that's not what we're saying. It's just very dangerous to do so. You got to put your body in the line of fire. And if you walk up too far, Sanford could jump on you. JP could jump on you.
Benny could blast you.
And we've seen how many times Benny has blasted people with a Natan at full build. Honestly, at 3 items is usually enough.
And now he's at more. And that's scary. 14 minutes in, all waves in sync. Carl TZ like a shark in the water, just looking around, circling through this mid-tier 2. Lord with an enhanced wave up top. Super Marcos, he's what we're talking about. It's so hard for them to defend, and they're going to lose this inhibitor. Maybe another. And here's the Black Dragon form just for good measure.
They want to guarantee at least 1 inhibitor here. They've set themselves up pretty well. They've missed the checkmate angle, but they'll create as many advantages possible for the next upcoming Lord when it does show by. Let's see a mistake by Few here.
Oh, Few dodging that Unity. They are going to be successful in defending a mid inhibitor. Bottom lane as well. Falcons AP Brand still breathing.
It's not bad, other than the fact that the inhibitor that Falcons AP Brand decided to sacrifice was on the top side, knowing that the Lord was spawning on the top side. So this is not the worst for Falcons AP Brand. Could have been even more collateral damage. But let's take a look at the items, right? Because now we are seeing the dire hit coming out from the important members like Few. He wants to be able to have that extra bit of kick, but it's not really going to matter until this game starts dragging dragging just a wee bit longer.
Oh, the DG, the Divine Glaive on Benny Cutie. Flapteezy's gonna feel that. Ogwin's gonna feel that. It's just gonna sting a little bit more for the softies, for Falcons AP Bren. And that does confirm him on full build.
He's strong. He's really, really strong. But the same can be said about Super Marco, right? He's been scaling this entire time. And the only real advantage that Benny QT has is the fact that he can just press one button to dodge the Blazing Duet in that Winds of Nature. Same can be said about Nolan, but, you know, it's kind of pick and choose your poison.
Yep, I think Falcons AP Bren have several layers of offensive capabilities to deal with. And for some, you might say that's good, is because you have options. But no, if you're behind, that makes it all the more complicated for you to find a winning angle. Liquid Echo now up by about 8,000 gold here. That's 15-6 on the kill score. Lord spawning up in the upper quarter. And again, luckily, that's the lane that Falcons AP Bren have to protect. But I don't think that makes this Lord easier to steal away.
All right, let's find out, because Fuse just going to show himself down on bot side.
Yep, and Liquid Echo's going to secure the Lord. Sanford's going to go ahead, land on his Dragonoid form. Kyle TZ looking for targets. No one home.
Oh,
That's
no.
the Wind of Nature upon the Benny Cutie.
Boys.
This is a clear go-to. Few looking for the back door. The Minoan Fury coming through. The fight continues. They send Sanji home. Kyle TZ's down. Benny Cutie gets the kill. Few gets the push in. They're not letting him go home. That's a triple for Benny Cutie. And I think Few's going to lose his fight. Can Sanji get him? One more blast. There's him down. And Sanji wins against Idol ng mga kids. And that's a wipeout. Falcons AP Bren off the map. Liquid Echo on the board.
And now they're cracking off the base. They've turned it around. Oh my goodness. The cavalry finally arrived. Do you hear the rumbling of the Liquid Stampede? What a game.
All it took was one moment in the tail end of the early game, and suddenly Falcons AP Bren could only look for these off angles, these split pushes. As long as it's a full frontal fight, they couldn't face Liquid Echo.
I think they just knew. They knew if they got the Lord, it's game over. Right now, we're in too deep. That backdoor has to work. We'll do anything to make it work. Just cancel the recalls. And you can see the split-second decision from TLPH. They drop down the diversion, and then they realize, wait, what's going on? The backdoor's happening.
True to the visual image of a cavalry, you really can't stop a horse galloping at full speed.
With that being said, break down for us, analysts. What happened this game?
First of all, the sweep has been denied. And if we're going to talk about the game, we got to start from the draft. Mirko, what do you think about the draft?
I think it was phenomenal by Liquid Echo, right? We were talking about a lot of the problems coming in from the draft itself. The fact that the box shot was left open, Carl TZ is already on a comfort pick. Then they force Few on a mechanical hero, but I feel like that was on Falcons AP Bren. They were the ones to force out the Nolan. It would have been another option to go for a mid laner, another safe one like the Feramis we mentioned, but the fact that they did put Few on a mechanical hero, they put Marco on a gold lane that isn't, you know, fully a winning matchup, unlike the first two games. So all this was just working for Liquid Echo together for them to get this game.
You can see that the Nolan plus the Claude is a very greedy pickup, you know? And then if you think about it, Julian as well, in the mid lane, it's not like a Farsa that can actually clear out the waves easily and is not dependent items. Julian is actually very item dependent, and then if you factor in both the Claude as well as the Nathan, that's a lot of farm that they needed to really compensate with. And to be fair, TLPH, I believe that they're the only team that can actually pull off the backshot plus the Nathan. And then you have it's like literally full magic damage. And mainly it's because of Sanford. Sanford was so on point all throughout this game, as well as Sanji. I think is this game in particular, the Sansa duo woke up, I guess, and they're, again, exceeding expectations.
I think they've just been enabled in the draft, really, because I think all the way from game number one, we were seeing all these mechanical plays happening around the map, and they were just able to adjust in time for game number 3, where they were the ones forcing out these 1v1s, forcing out these individual battles, like the casters even said, to get the advantage and ultimately take the game.
I would say from the beginning, it's all about Sanford chasing after Few.
Yes, sir.
Right? Remember the first kill down bot, Sanford got the 1v1, and then after that we see every time Few wants to clear the lane, Sanford's there. So immediately Sanford just makes the whole situations like, you're not going to be a part of a team fight up until even the Lord dances, he was never there.
This just reminds me of the MPLPH Grand Finals. Yu Zhang was almost always banned out by Falcons AP Bren. Now I think they have to deal with it.
They really have to deal with it. I believe that Yu Zhang is tricky because it's also it is a traditionally a marksman killer, but it's also an assassin killer just because of the access to the petrify. Once you don't have your dashes anymore, specifically for like a Nolan, Nathan, the Nolan without the purify or anything because you're locked into a retribution. Once you utilize all of your dashes, you're now always in an awkward spot. Yeah, surely you will not have a contact with the Yu Zhang. Will try to avoid it, but the fact that you're not in the fight just because you're scared that a dragon might pounce on you, that's already a massive factor in the team fights.
And it's already very interesting because, you know, when we're talking about the statistics, Yu Zhang hasn't really been hasn't been a big power hero for MSC. It's been picked up a lot, but win rate wise, it's not doing too good. Just goes to show you the level of skill you need to have to be able to pull this off up against those assassins in a game like this. Match point for Falcons AP Bren, and Liquid Echo played like there was no pressure.
I mean, speaking of which, we got to look at our Sony MVP, and it's going over to Sanji, still showing how strong this Luyi pick really is. And let's talk about the macro play as well. Team Liquid Echo utilizing the diversion to make sure that anywhere they go, they move as a team to the point where Falcons AB Brand, they're the one that has to be, you know, split up.
Yeah. I think that this is definitely a better performance coming out from Sanji with the Luyi. From the previous game, it wasn't that effective, but this time he's actually landing the double vacuum or the yin-yang reaction. But yeah, but just call it the double vacuum this time, and then it was pretty much on point. I think the only time that he actually missed was when they were chasing Fuel, but overall, all of his rotations were good. Look at that diversion play, bringing in the rest of the squad. Benny Cutie magically survives long enough for the entirety of the squad to punish up top. And even though Benny Cutie died that moment, he was able to clear the waves anyways, and he got a kill onto Super Marco. So I think all is good for Benny Cutie despite the death.
So we can see definitely, right, that weakness.
This double vacuum.
Super Marco has to be in the laning phase. You want to try to deal with them as much as you can in the laning phase, shut them down, and when you get into these team fights, you're going to have a relatively safer time, especially here for the Luyi, because in game number 1 against the Ling, or sorry, in game number 2, it was a lot harder to connect on some of these heroes because it was just a standard composition from Falcons AP Bren. Game number 3, they picked 2 assassins, 2 melee heroes that need to walk up against a Luyi. Yeah, double vacuum all the time, bro.
I mean, here's the thing. We talk about how amazing the matches are, but we got to talk about how amazing the audience is. So we're actually going to throw it over to Wheezy, where I believe is with TLPH's crowd.
Wheeze.
All right, guys, we are here courtside with the fans of Liquid Echo. You hear them going wild. My name is Wheezy, and I am joined by Hans and GG. How do you guys feel being here in the audience?
Okay, I'm translate it for her. Or do you want to speak in Tagalog or just English?
Tagalog!
Okay, I'm translate it for you. Kamusta daw yung pakiramdam mo ngayon?
Sobrang kinakabahan na masaya na kaya namin to.
All right, mixed emotions. She's nervous, but she's happy, and she's also confident that they can win. Liquid Echo can win.
Echo loud and proud. Well, you know what? We're in the crowd, and I think Echo needs a little bit of a boost to get this game and even out the series. Why don't we get a chant from the audience?
All right. Guys, kailangan tulong nyo! Let's go Liquid! 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 Let's go Liquid!
That Edith away from TLPH. They also give a big combo with the Julian, if ever. So I'm thinking Edith Julian here for F-Cap if we're following the script.
Okay, that's the Julian pick, another flex pick in the arsenal of Falcons AP Brand. If they go for the Edith, it's going to be triple flex, but they go for the Minotaur, a safe choice. Master Ogwin, or apparently Nice who tells me now, I don't know if he's trolling me, but it's Daddy Ogwin now?
Daddy Ogwin, yeah, that's true. Nathan immediately coming up from TLPH.
But they don't get a pick for Carl TZ in the first phase. Based on the first 3 games, it's always a Carl TZ pick in the first phase. Now it gives the opportunity back to Falcons AP Bren to deny more of these picks away.
Deny the Guinevere, actually. Let go of the Akai. You're prepared for it. F-Cap.
They want the Akai.
They buy a Kaja. Understandably so. Nathan Kaja is also as strong as a carry Kaja, even better range, so understandable they went for that one.
Yeah. Right now, honestly, for our casters, looking at the 3 picks coming in from Falcons AP Brand as well as TLPH, who do you guys think has the better opener here?
In terms of opener, I have to say, I do kind of like TLPH. I think it's pretty 50-50 so far because again, a lot of the weight is being held in the second half.
I'm gonna have to echo what Mirko said, and it's very uncanny that you see Carl TZ let himself through to the second phase. I think this should be an attack angle for FCAP.
Is this an assassin possibility? I don't know. What about you
Are they
guys?
forcing him there?
Could be.
Yeah, for that reason, I feel like Falcons AP Brand, they kind of have the advantage here coming into the second phase. TLPH, no Ling, that's a problem. No Julian as well, no Bakshia. So, and even Hayabusa gets banned out. So, really, he might have to go back to M2. The Lancelot?
Wow. I think it's
M2 the Brody?
Oh, Brody. Yep. That's a throwback. They go back to the guy. Understandable. Okay, so if you're FCAP, I think you put the Julian in your...
I mean, casters, do you guys prefer this Julian mid or jungle?
I'm thinking Julian jungle here. Same. The last couple of times, Feud definitely forces the team to play in a certain way. It's about wave clear, but most importantly, it's about priority. Moving first is so important.
They gotta keep switching it up. They gotta keep switching it up.
Yeah, Julian jungle, then Eve. Pick up the Eve if you're FCAP. You've proven that you can utilize that, and then close it out with the Yuzhong or Arlott in this case.
I mean, at this point, I agree with you, right? The Eve definitely fits in, but I don't know, with all the dive here,
of
they're
course,
gonna go for the Faramis.
You missed that.
The problem with the Faramis, I would say, has got to be the Akai.
Yeah, this is Edith for TLPH, right? Vixano says first the Faramis. You clear it out easily.
Yeah.
Apart from that,
the Edith seems too perfect to be true.
Yeah, it's really good. I guess Matilda might be another option here. Because you want to save your teammates. Good combo with the... There you go.
Yeah. There we go, Matilda. Right now, we see Falcons AP Brand going up against TLPH. If TLPH wins this one, we're going for a Game 5. And with that, thank you very much to both our analysts, Mirko as well as Wolf. Leo and Gideon, it's your turn.
Thanks so much, LaFell. This is going to be a wild one because when looking at both of these comps, they're depending on magic damage, right? So if you're TLPH, they gotta get wild, they gotta get crazy, they gotta bring out the Florida man strats like Trex and Wheezy.
And don't forget Nice, we also grew up to the Land of Dawn for this fourth game in this match.
Stakes are really high here in game at number 4, and even from the drafting, a lot of gambling, a lot of gambiting, even back and forth between the trades of these heroes as we see Falcons AP Brand on the blue side up against Liquid Echo on the red.
Talking about risky decisions that you don't know if it'll pay off, if it'll be something that bites you in the butt, but early on, look at this. They're about to send Sanji back home. He's holding his ground, man. Look at this.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get denied here, unfortunately, because we are seeing that JP is hovering towards the top side of the map to make sure that Benny QT can actually survive this laning stage for as long as possible. Oh, great stuff. Even JP just blocking the skill shot with his body. Nicely done.
That's a quick score up top for TLPH. Kyle TZ checking in on the small camp. Gonna be pushing out JP. This is dangerous. Again, a Roger and a Julian at level 3 and level 2. Those are fully built heroes, kit-wise.
But at least for TLPH, they're not making the same mistake that they did in the earlier stages, right? Hit level 3 and now you're in some trouble. But for the most part, I do think that from a Falcons AP Bren side, FlapTZ, we need to see him make a super play at some point. Because if he catches both Sanji and Benny QT in a single final slash, that could just be game over.
By the way, folks, this is his finals MVP hero from season 12 when they won that championship at the EVM Convention Center in Manila in the last quarter of 2023. So this is a very monumental hero for FCAP. Liquid Echo, on the other hand, a lot of comfort in them as well. Again, Carl TZ getting that Akai, even if we were hoping that maybe he would get his hands on an assassin. This is just Liquid Echo just putting their foot on the ground saying, you know, this is how we play.
And honestly, I think that Falcons AP Brand's composition, like if we had to play this, simulate this 2 drafts 10 times, I think that 9 out of 10 times Falcons AP Brand should technically come out on top, right? And my reason being is that it's just easier to pull off. Like Liquid Echo have to get really creative with the way that they rotate and as well as work with some of the interactions.
Oh no, they find JP, forcing him to flicker into that bush as the turtle stands. Oh, nice Minoan Fury, but Ogun goes down. Kaltizi gets him, and they're going. He's spinning. There's another round. They dash in. It's a deeper fight now as Kaltizi gets stunned. They're moving through. Kaltizi, oh, he's just living on a prayer. Sanford takes him down. Oh, all the bodies dropping for Falcons. AP Brent, still no revenge kills for Falcons. AP Brent, and 40. The Apex Predator. He's unstoppable. He keeps going, ends up with a double.
He does it twice. He lands these executions every single time. Man does not miss. But honestly, at this point of time, it's great start for Liquid Echo. Let's look at this replay one more time, because honestly, when you do see Few drop down with the Netherrealm, that technically should have given an opportunity for the rest of FCAP to actually pull away. But I think they were getting a little confident that they could make something happen here and maybe trigger the Demonic Bark a couple more times so that Flapteezy to clean up that fight.
They overheated the bursters, and here we go, another go at the turtle. At a third of its health, there's a big Minoan Fury, keeping them at bay. Kaltizi falls, Flap gets it, Kyle gets a turtle, Sanford falls. Finally, Falcons AP Brent back on the board here in game number 4.
And they find their reply almost straight away. Look at them running to the top side of the map, knowing exactly what Kaltizi's farm is looking like. They can't go any further here because at any moment there could be some reinforcements from the help of JP.
All this while, Gold Lane was an island. It was Penny Cutie and Super Marco just going mano-a-mano. And yeah, JP will go ahead and give it a visit. Down bottom, you see Flapteezy with the fight. A replay brought to us by STC.
Oh, look at that. I mean, really well-timed stuff here. Like Kyle, he goes in utilizing the enhanced swords iframes to close the distance without getting CC'd. I will say at the very least that, you know, Flap, he's quick on the call. He is listening to everything that is going on. And if he can try to time it right, he could maybe stop Kaltizi for even getting the retribution off.
Compared to game number 3, I think Falcons AP Brent are comfortable now in the best way possible. Maybe they let it slip in the previous bout, but here this time around, I think they're eagle-eyed, falcon-eyed, if I may. There's a minute left until the next turtle spawns. Marco, again, showing exactly why the Rogers favored in most lineups in the gold lane. And that's Ogun catching a good amount of beads. Oh no, that's Ogun very low, flickering on out. That's so many thrown at Ogun. He falls. Few finds Kaltizi. He's too late to save his roamer.
Yep, great coverage here. Great coverage here for the size of Falcons AP Brent. And the fact that they're purposefully delaying the position, revealing their positions. They're like, okay, Sanji, release the feathered airstrike now. Benny QT and JP start walking up. Carl, just sit in the bush for a couple of seconds and then walk out. So therefore, it's wasting Falcon AP Brent's time, right? Oh, maybe he's not there. Maybe we can walk up mid. Suddenly 4 people show up. Oh, shucks. We can't do it anymore.
It's the delayed release. It's a limited drop culture. There's a shirt, there are shoes, there are pants. Oh no, I need the whole set. Now there's a fight breaking out up top. Sanji with the feathered airstrike, a few volleys dropping. No one home for the final slash. Flapteezy, Vengeance 1, Vengeance 2. JP at half health, throwing a few wisps over to Flapteezy's way. Few dueling with Sanford. Benny Cutie with the entropy. And they let go. They disperse. All right, neither team willing to commit.
I like this. I like this more because Sanford still has that penalty zone. At any time they could trigger it and they don't mind. Wait, hold on. Hold on. It's going to escalate.
Final slash back online. Minoan Fury coming in. Big knockup. Kaltizi very low. Kaltizi secures it. Flapteezy gets the kill. Sanford flickering on out. Netherrealm already spent through. JP flickering on out. Flapteezy tracking with that vengeance. Kaltizi with the enhanced chains. And are they going to back off? Benny Cutie with a defensive entropy. Just a few fires, a volley of basics just to push him back. That's a tier 1 pushed in mid for Falcons AP Bren.
A huge win for Falcons AP Bren. Opening up mid-tier 1 is going to open up entire access to the jungle's top and bottom side of this map. Let's quickly look at the items, right? We do see the Blood Winnings purchase coming in specifically from Sanji. That's going to keep him alive for now. But at the same time, we've seen that just with the Genius Wand alone from Kaltizi is enough to actually create a one-shot angle, or at least chunk him down to that Super Marco can guarantee the kill.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Final slash on the Kaltizi. Everything but the kitchen sink thrown at the goat. Everything solved. Bub's your uncle. They have enough CC, enough reliable damage, and damage coverage. Yes, there's a lot of magic damage from both sides, but let's not forget Super Marco's here. Even Flap deals a good amount of damage with the Thunderbelt.
Exactly, and that's why he's so dangerous, right? That's why this team continuously, look at them, they're chunking out Sanford. They caught his flicker.
Final slash displacing the Trizla, and there's Sanji coming in. Heavy spin, forcing out another realm. Kaldizi very low, put up against the corner. Sanford, can his BOS keep him alive? There's a vengeance, there's a dash. JP barely alive, down goes Sanford. Oh, down goes JP as well, 2 kills. Flap easy, forcing out an entropy. Can he take down Benny? The answer is yes. Boom!
The Filipino cannon strikes again, allowing a double kill for his boy. Phew, this game, high octane action here. We got to bring it back a little bit because the energy is high and the crowd is going wild. But Falcons AB Bread, cool as a cucumber.
If we want to throw it back to M2, you can't do it without bringing Few and Flap TZ and Coach Ducky into the equation. So if it's Carl TZ zoning in, going back to Singapore, you can't do that without bringing Flap, Few, and Ducky into the story. They also won that championship. They also played out of their minds, and now they're doing the same. That's almost 8K gold lead here at 9 minutes.
It's wild. It's wild. This could be it. Falcons AP Brent can close it out quickly on Liquid Echo on that next Lord push, but for now it's about how much damage can they apply, because Liquid Echo, they still need a lot of scaling. We're not seeing Holy Crystals being purchased just yet, and until that point, Falcons AP Brent might be a step ahead with the Athena shields already.
I'll say 2 steps ahead. Carl DZ picks up his own, and there is a synchrone for never mind. Airstrike, and there's the entropy. Can they punish Falcons AP Brand? Can they deny the inhibitor push? They're doing their best. Heavy spin, Few gets popped. Down goes Carl TZ. They do save the turret. Mid still standing. Another wave up top. Falcons AP Brand relentless.
Absolutely relentless, and more importantly, they're able to hold this high ground defense for a little bit long. Oh!
They go in, and a Minoan Fury knocks him up, plus the chains, plus the vengeance on Sanford. That's it. Call it. Falcons AP Brenner moving on through the grand finals.
GG, well played. It's Falcons AP Bren in a successful 3-1 match to end this PO5 and representing PH in the grand finals.
This is straight up Reigns and Rhodes back in Manila. It was Liquid Echo who got FCAP's number, but not like in XL, not like in Philly. This is storytelling at its finest. The turn, the plot thickens, FCAP moves forth.
Look at that. Falcons AP Red cheering, getting the crowd into the mix. This is what it looks like to be in the audience with these idols, making sure that, yes, we did win, but at the same time, we know what it's like to be on top.
The Cavalry stand tall, they stand defeated, but they are still one of the strongest teams in the world. Today, Falcons AP Bren was the better team.
They've done everything that they could at this point. Absolutely everything. But unfortunately, there can only be one winner in these best of fives. You can see the sportsmanship, each one of them making sure, giving their hugs, their prayers to their brethren, telling them, hey, that next stage, you guys better bring it home to PH.
The deep cut between Coach Treb, congratulating and thanking his former teammates. That's a moment.
Honestly, knives can only be just as sharp, especially when they're clashing against each other. They just get sharper and sharper. These teams grow exponentially in such a short period of time. It makes this, honestly, it makes this BO5 so unique.
Not to mention Falcons Esports. Team Falcons. This is going to put them even further in the club championship rankings.
I wasn't even thinking about that. Oh my goodness. With that being said, man, this has been an absolutely wonderful game, a beautiful game from both of our Filipino world champion title holders. And that being said, we're going to be throwing it over to the stage to get an interview with somebody. I'm not entirely sure who, but well, let's find out with Mara Aquino, and as well as the Wood Sandstorm.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the Amazon Arena, make some noise for Falcons AP Brand! Here today,
Congratulations, View. You are heading to the grand finals. You are ahead of the GOAT race, greatest of all time. You're one best of 7 away from claiming the MSC 2024 trophy. What does this win today mean for you?
Sobrang saya nung panalo namin ngayon kasi nakabawi na kami sa Liquid Echo eh. Kasi binugbog nila kami nung MPLPH eh. Tapos ngayon sobrang saya namin na nakabawi na kami sa kanila. Parang nawalan kami ng tinik.
He's saying that they're really happy right now that they're able to exact revenge against Liquid Echo. And they were really excited because it's like they got taken out, a thorn got taken out of their throat. Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations after that performance. And now you're headed to the grand finals. You're either facing an IP of Flash or the Selangor Red Giants, both of which have Filipino players. Who would you rather face in the grand finals?
Ang gusto namin makalaban sa grand finals is yung SRG. Kasi sobrang lakas talaga nila ngayon eh. No doubt talaga.
But $500,000 US.
Congratulations, man.
Like just think.
Really happy because later.
Feel namin na parang
two extremities here. For example, the Akai that in the first turtle was okay. It was, but it looks like
As it should.
Like,
He's also thanking the fans of Liquid Echo being so hype. So thank you all. One more time. Falcons! Ikaw naman, pa-cheer mo sila ng AP brand. Falcons!
AP brand!
Congratulations. We're going to break that down for you, so we're going to head on over to our panel.
honestly, like, this matchup is incredible. At least it wasn't a sweep, right? TLPH was able to get 1 point, so Falcon and Brand, they can't say they went through MSC without a single game loss.
Yeah, it's no longer, you know, the full win streak in games, but it almost seems like when they picked that Akai pick, I kind of knew already. It was, you can see the level diff every single time. It's just game one all over again.
Yeah, two extremities here. For example, the Akai that in the first turtle was okay. It was, you know, but it looks like
As it should.
it works as it should. But unfortunately, going 1-3-1 at 7 minutes, that's capital sin for any utility jungler, particularly this Akai. Very difficult to recover. It was level 7 when the Kaltizi was level 13. So that's very concerning. Level 9, I mean. Level 9, Kaltizi, Akai, level 13. Julian coming up from Kaltizi. You know, that's not gonna fare well. And then, the opposite end of the coin. Flaptizi was monstrous. The moment that we said that Arlet in the XP lane is kind of underwhelming.
We caster cursed it.
We caster cursed it. He absolutely shred everyone and was always able to find Benecutie back-to-back without the Purify. Also had enough damage to take him out. I think this is one of Flap's greatest performances as well.
We should really give services towards the teams. Like, if there's any pick that you want to pick, if there's any teams you want to see them lose, just let us know and we'll support them. Right? Or you know, not support them so that they can be good, right?
Hopefully that's the case for us, right? We got a lot of bargaining power here.
We got a lot of
especially
bargaining
after
power.
that game, but
You know what? For
look at
me,
this guy.
the most important, this is
I
actually the
love
most
you.
impressive
You're
part.
so handsome. You're
Like,
so good.
Definitely not bye-bye.
As great as all the
Hello.
highlights was, I'm more impressed that he can do that and not fall.
Actually,
down.
yes. Yeah.
I was so impressed.
That's-
Yeah, that was impressive.
He's jumping. He's not just standing.
Hey.
Exactly.
He's jumping and he's not falling down. Those chairs, like, whoa.
He's a Falcon.
That's why he can fly.
no, no,
Roosting.
no,
He's
no, no.
roosting.
Marco, are they falcons or are they bees?
They are Falcon bees.
They're beacons.
Or they're bee falcons.
They're beacons.
They're Falcons. No, you know what? We'll stop at that. But I do want to talk about how the Arlet, the conditions were met. We were talking about how the Arlet pick could still work in the XP. I personally don't like the Roam position because, like you said, also LaFell, it's make it or break it. You either win the game or you lose.
Either
it real
you're
hard.
amazing or you're chocolate.
Exactly. There's no in between. But in the XP, as long as you actually don't give over a good matchup to the opposing team, the fact that they left the Terizla open and they picked the Terizla, it gave the Arlet the proper condition to not get bullied in lane. I mean, it's still a lane bully, but not as much as someone like a Yuzong.
It's very.
It's like you're getting bullied, but you get to keep your lunch money.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
Yeah.
right,
There are
yeah,
bullies who take your lunch money, give you a wedgie. There are also bullies that just give you a wedgie. That's the
Huh. I'm happy that I did not experience that. But nevertheless, having a Turtles as a sustained EXP laner usually is comboed up with a very active jungler. For example, Akai unfortunately does not fit the bill. Cannot stop moulding about this Akai, but it's really not a Carl TZ. I think in this particular situation, knowing full well that the Julian can easily be flexed, I think that they fell into the trap. Maybe Akai versus Ling, it could have worked. But against the Julian, there's just so much frontal damage that you saw whenever Kyle TZ shows himself, everybody from Falcon Safety Bridge just, rains down on this Akai. They just give up their spell, they nuke him down, even, forcing the heavy spin. And once that's done, already the Akai pick is nullified.
I mean, we got to talk about how important the jungle position is, because I feel like we've hinted at it throughout the day, but it's more of a podcast kind of topic where the jungler right now is more of position one. They're the cores. They're the one that's going to transition into a better state of the game. And having a tank jungler in this kind of meta, it works. I'm not saying it doesn't work. It definitely does work. But again, the other team that has a better jungler in terms of the heroes, I mean, you're going to be left.
For sure. I think the only utility jungle that can actually work right now has got to be the Boxia. Just because of the clear speed alone, you're able to actually match a lot of the assassins. But when you're placed on the Akai, the main problem for the Akai, even in the utility meta, was the fact that the Fredrins clear faster. The Boxias clear faster. The Barats absolutely smashes you when it comes to clear. So imagine now in the assassin meta going for the Akai and not going for someone else in the XP that can deal that damage, that can actually cover the weakness point of the Akai. It was one turtle. That was, usually good. That's usually good for the Akai. But even then, 2 turtles went over to Falcon's AP Bren, and they played in a way where they delayed all the turtles to a point where we only got 2 turtles that game.
Yeah.
The thing is, the Julian was left unchecked. You can see the quick activation of Super Marcos. Well, this is Roger anyways. We know
winning
that
matchup.
it's a winning matchup going up against Nathan, well, it doesn't actually technically win. It's still a 50-50, still a skills matchup. But at the same time, you win because you can get out of the lane faster, which also means that you're activated earlier. Now, in the second turtle fight, you can actually output the damage. While the Nathan, you are going to be dependent on your positioning. The Arlet was a problem definitely for that Nathan, as you saw. So I felt like, okay, understandable that they third picked the Nathan, but at the same time they didn't ban Arlet, which was the traditional answer to that. So there were many fundamentally questionable decisions coming out from Team Liquid Echo. And the thing is, they won game number 3, and we kind of smashed all of our, fundamental understandings of the game because they won. I mean, winning solves everything, but unfortunately, they didn't work in game number 4.
I mean, with that being said, we got to look at our Sony MVP. And it's gonna be Flap Teasy. And again, whenever we're like, oh, maybe this year is like 50-50, he'd be like, hold my drink.
Hold my drink.
Hold my drink, and then let me show you guys how it's done. I mean, like, we gotta talk about one of the GOATs here. The GOAT race, I guess at least in MSC, has been won by Flap Teasy.
Definitely. Flap Teasy and Few, right? Because technically they go in together, but yeah, Flap Teasy, especially after that celebration, definitely the louder one of the two, and even in the performances, way louder with the final slashes connecting a lot of the times as well. Like you said, Will, this is one of his best performances, I think, ever on the Arlet, on the XP, in the probably the biggest game here at MSC.
At that, finding Carl TZ, that's a 3rd death on the Akai, just level 8 at 6 minutes, and you can see that Flap TZ, they will eventually land a good stuff, but he reserves, he gets up Queen's Wings, gets the cooldown on the final slash just in time when Benny Cutie showed up, 5 seconds before the Purify. So everything worked in favor of Flap TZ. How was he able to stand? We don't know. Maybe we can ask him later. 13 KDA. On the XP,
87% kill participation. Let's talk about the kill pressure, because that's something you don't really see in terms of the number. I mean, like, this is how much kills he's involved with, but the
especially
kill
with items.
Yeah, especially with the items. I guess you can say it's kind of offensive with the Thunderbell, but
Yeah, it's build. It's a defensive build almost, utility.
It is. It's actually totally it.
And now with us, it's Master Ogwen. So first of all, how does it feel getting your revenge?
It's pretty fun because he got Flap's revenge and he shouted at them. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh, what did he say?
Like, I love you.
What did he say?
I love you. Better luck next time, buddy.
I love you. Better luck next time. And then say over and over and over and over again.
I love you. While standing on a chair.
How is it that you guys are playing thousands of kilometers away from home. How does it feel like to play with a home ground advantage?
Yeah. I think it's similar to M5. Actually, really have so many fans here. So it's really surprising. It's really overwhelming when it comes to their support. So yeah, it's really good.
Honestly, even for us, we're surprised because looking at the Amazon Arena, it was packed, it was full. Now, I gotta say, in terms of the matchup just now, it was 3-1. Throughout this MSC, you guys said all the competitions has been pretty easy. Going up against CLPH just now, do you guys felt like it was actually still easy?
So, what I think it's still easy for me.
Oh.
For him, it's still easy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
On game 3, we just give it away.
Oh.
So that the ticket of the fans will not waste.
Yeah, because everyone's here, you know, everyone's celebrating, having fun. It's like, okay, let's not ruin anyone's fun. And now, speaking of which, seeing your hero here, Minotaur, I gotta say, in the game, you made a lot of moments. Is there at any point in the game where you guys felt like, okay, we win this fight, we win the game altogether at the last game of the match?
I think the last game, it doesn't matter. We just stomp them.
Doesn't matter, every single time they make a play, it's all game of winning. And honestly, this match has been amazing. Now, we got a quote coming in from JP where JP said he's looking forward to face against Falcon AP Brand because for him, it doesn't matter who wins. If TLPH wins, they will be the champions of MSC. If Falcon AP Brand wins, they'll be the champion of MSC. So now, people saying semifinals feels like grand finals. Do you agree? Do you feel like after beating TLPH, it's going to be easier from this point forward?
From what I think, I also use that line when I got interviewed. I think it's really just this is the hardest part for our journey. If we ever win the semis, I think we can clutch up the championship.
There you go.
I mean, again,
prepare the victory party then.
yeah, better throw the victory party. But that being said, we got to look at our STC play. Let's see what you guys predicted. And in terms of the numbers, it's pretty close. 57% said Falcons AP Brand is going to win. 43% said that Team Liquid Echo was going to win. So how do you feel looking at this difference in terms of audience prediction?
I think it's pretty fair because on the TLPH run in the playoffs, Falcons get a 1 point. So I think it's pretty accurate.
Speaking of which, just want to ask, now that the match is over, so maybe it's fine to talk about this. Did you guys prepare for today knowing that Carl TZ will not use a damage dealing jungler, or were you guys prepared just in case if he does pick up a damaged jungler?
We are prepared if we ever pick utility or assassin on us because KLTZ always know how to utilize or play against utility or assassin jungles. So I think it's pretty our advantage right now.
What about the statement, right? I mean, from Flap TZ, he said that, you know, okay, Sanford, get ready. I'm going to demolish you in the XP. Did you already have that animosity as well, maybe with JP?
No, I think I'll just destroy the whole TLPH.
The whole team. His beef is with the whole team, not just with one member.
Okay. So
I mean, to really see it, we're going to throw up your performance in this match to really see how Master Ogwen really mastered over Liquid Echo. And all that, we can still talk about how this journey has been amazing. At this point, you guys won like what, $500,000 US?
Congratulations, man.
Like just think about with 500K. What are you guys gonna do with the money?
First, we need to win the championship first, then we will decide what we do with the money.
I thought you were going to say Project LeBron, you know, put more in on Project LeBron.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Project Faker.
Bro, okay, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, honestly, looking at all the plays here, it really does look like Falcons AP Brand are always in the driver's seat. And TLPH just has to follow how you guys have been playing the game. So honestly, in this matchup, is there any player from TLPH that is a little bit more troublesome compared to the rest?
I think the really trouble when it comes to the TLPH, I think it's the Sansan duo. It really gives their jungler space a lot.
Yeah.
So the Louis pick and the using pick is always get us when it comes to, you know, surprising us.
So honestly, facing up against, again, the Sansan duo or Sanji as well as Sanford, is there any point where you want to engage for a fight, but because Sanford has been aggressive going to the backlines, there's like you can't engage, you just have to protect your backlines.
Come again?
Can you get help translate?
Yun, paano ba na-approach si Sanford at si Sansan? Parang, paano sila nagpahirap sa inyo?
If they have like a full kit
Yeah.
of their skill, it will be a trouble for us. But you know, if we out macro them, we can. I think we can fight them.
After this, here's the thing, like we don't have the video ready just yet, but the thing is soon the video of the crushing of the key is gonna be shown. And did you thought that, you know, before you seen the brackets, before anything, that do you thought that TLPH, their key is gonna be broken by semifinals?
If we ever face us, I think yes.
There you go.
Well,
If they face us in the quarterfinals, you know what? That's it. You know what? GG's.
Maybe in group even, right? But okay, you've crushed a lot of dreams, you know, in your run here in MSC. Is this crushing of the key? Is this liquid crush the best feeling? Is this the most satisfying one, or will you wait for the finals?
I think it's the satisfying one yet.
Okay, it's the
Okay.
most satisfying one.
very well. I have a question. What happened? What did you do after MPL playoffs in season 13 that you guys were able to bring it back, bounce back together as a team? You actually transformed. This is so far away from your performance in MPLPH season 13.
I think we just got lucky on the meta. That's it.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, like, here's the thing. We were looking at Kyle Teasy. Kyle Teasy is looking very comfortable, and the thing is, he's not just like one hero, two heroes. He's been mixing it up. Like the fact that even Julian can go mid, like that's crazy, right? So honestly, like we seen few using the Julian in mid. Is there any potential that he'll be using non-mage heroes in mid as well for the grand finals?
I think it fits the draft, and you will see it in the finals.
Will you
So-
play Julian in Rome?
Yeah, I've tried in screens, but they don't want to.
Oh, okay. You know, when he says that,
Yeah.
maybe he's trying to like throw a curveball as well. We won't pick it, and then suddenly he picks it up.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, even though we saw the interviews and mostly you guys say that you guys think that SRG will be going to the grand finals to meet with you guys, but do you feel like tomorrow NIP Flash going up against Langora Giants, either NIP Flash wins or either SRG wins, do you think it's going to be a tough matchup? Do you think it's going to go all 5 games, or is it going to be a stomp?
I think it's going to be all 5 games again.
Ooh.
And it's also either of them will win.
So SRG or NIP Flash? The Ogwen prediction.
What's the old good prediction?
I'll go with NIP.
NIP Flash. Ooh.
You know what I like? We talk about how casters have cursed. So far in the MSC, no one from the player side has
That's true.
predicted correctly. So you know
That's
what?
true.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But for now, we're gonna look at the key being crushed. So you know, we're gonna throw it over and prepare yourself for this one.
We're here with the grand finalist of MSC 2024 at the Esports World Cup, the captain of Falcons AP brand Few. Congratulations. What does it feel right now that you're holding this key and you're about to crush your opponent's key from the Philippines, your countryman?
Sobrang saya kasi yung nakuha na namin yung kinang Liquid Echo na tumalo sa amin sa sa MPLPH, tapos sila rin yung dahilan ba't parang naging underdog na ulit kami ngayon eh. Tapos ngayon dinurog na namin sila.
He's really happy because now they're able to exact revenge against Liquid Echo, who was able to defeat them in the finals of MPL Philippines, and that caused them to be the underdog this time. So now he's about to crush the key. Few, go ahead, proceed to the key crushing machine. Falcons AP Bren has gone on a world tour to claim trophy after trophies. They're here to prove that they're still the best in the world. And now the key crushing will proceed. This symbolizes Falcons AP Bren's success in this tournament, crushing their opponent. They are one best of 7 series away from claiming the only trophy that they have yet to receive in their trophy cabinet. Few will now step forward to claim the opponent's crushed key. Few, you may now show it to everybody. Congratulations. This symbolizes your success. What do you have to say to all the Falcons AP brand fans and to everybody in the Philippines?
Sa lahat ng fans na nagpunta dito, sobrang laking pasasalamat namin sa inyo kasi ayun nga, sobrang saya nung laban ngayon. Rinig na rinig namin yung crowd. Parang hometown na natin to eh. Tapos sa lahat din ng sumuporta sa amin na nasa Pilipinas, syempre, sa pagpupuyat nyo, sa pagsuporta sa amin palagi, manalo o matalo. Thank you.
He's thanking everybody from Riyadh for cheering for them, for coming to the venue, because the cheers are so loud, they feel that they're still in the Philippines. And to everybody watching at home, he's thanking them for all your support. Congratulations. In the Philippines, for sure, and all the Filipinos, they're all proud of you. You're ahead of the greatest of all-time race. Good luck for your next best of 7 series. 1 win away. And now we're gonna break it down for you with the panel to talk more about this key crushing ceremony.
Thank you very much, Mara. And honestly, like, we've been asking the players how they feel, but now I'm gonna change it up. Like, do you feel we need to implement this in other tournaments as well?
I think it's really a good idea. It's really toxic idea.
Yeah.
So EWC, you see your keys crush and they use it as a totem, especially the championship.
Does it feel heavy? How does it feel like? Is it heavy?
I haven't touched it yet.
Oh.
Which one are you gonna use for your trophy? You get to pick 3, right?
Yeah, 3.
If we ever win, I think it's SRG, Liquid, and let's see, Falcons.
Oh, Falcons.
Okay. That's actually very, very interesting.
Okay.
Now, I do have to say again, congratulations. I'm pretty sure you're going to be watching the match for tomorrow and preparing for your grand finals match. But before that, looking at the camera, is there anything that you want to say to all the fans watching?
Thank you so much for watching us, and I hope you support us in the grand finals, and especially at the nasa Pilipinas diyan. Maraming salamat sa mga nanonood, at sumuporta sa amin sa Echo. Yun lang. Maraming salamat po.
Yeah, you just basically said thank you to every Filipino still at home supporting AP Falcons Brand and the Team Liquid Echo.
All right, thank you very much. And with that being said, we're going to be continuing by looking at our brackets, as well as we're going to be looking at tomorrow's schedule. Looking at the brackets here, we see that Falcons AP Brand, with a 3-1 victory, are now waiting in the grand finals, and specifically waiting for either Selangor Red Giants or NIP Flash.
So, Lafel, who do you think is gonna win? SRG versus Nip Flash?
Do we curse or not, huh? I have no idea. At this point, I don't know myself. Tomorrow, it's going to be SRG against NIP Flash in a best of 5.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good avoider.
Pretty good at dodgeball, I see.
Yeah.
I'm practicing to be a gold leaner. Yeah. Been going up against a lot of Nathans, you know. It's
Still
like,
stalling, huh?
So, okay, who are you rooting for?
Who am I rooting for?
Yeah. We're not asking you who you think will win, but who are you rooting for?
No, I get it. I feel like that's a very important question. I feel like we should address it. Like, we should address the MLBB Women Invitational 2024 starting on July 24th. The only all-female tournament at the Esports World Cup features 12 teams from 11 regions, breaking barriers and redefining esports. Now, I'm sure you guys want me to talk about it because we want to capture the moment of what I think about.
Yeah.
And with that, capture moments like a pro with the 6-axis hybrid gimbal stabilizer equipped camera. Asus RG is the official gaming phone of the MSC 2024. Now, you guys would want to know between NIP Flash as well as SRG who I'm rooting for, right?
Yeah.
Battle.
Well, it's a battle within. The Soul Vessel skins Series Amon, Vessel of the Seed, and Hanabi, Vessel of Rage, are now available, but it's only going to be available until the August of 5th. So make sure you guys grab these awesome skins. If you're looking to get them, the first time you draw is going to be 50% off every single day, and a permanent Soul Vessel Series item is guaranteed in the first 10 times draw right now. So make sure you guys join in as fast as you can.
Waiting for you, we're losing our youth.
You're losing your youth?
It's not fair.
I mean, you can grab it back because the youth fair is here with incredible bonuses and exciting events. Grab multiple permanent skins for free, just like Sivana's Classroom Charm and its painted skin, Classroom Glam. More exciting events will be revealed, so make sure you guys watch out for that one. Speaking of which, you want to know my opinion for sure.
I
You know
want to
what?
know.
I want to give you feedback
Yeah,
at this
me
point to
too.
answer some of our questions before you go on a, a sponsor spiel.
With that being said, you guys can give your feedback. Your opinion matters. Scan the QR code for the broadcast feedback survey and let us know your thoughts. What else are we going to improve to make sure that this becomes an amazing grand finals?
Are you done?
Yeah, I got nothing else. I mean, with that being said,
Answer the question, man.
Answer the question,
Answer
man.
the question.
SRG or NIP Flash?
Only one
Okay.
team.
All right, SRG or NAP Flash, both teams are honestly incredible, and both teams should be thankful. Speaking of thankful, thank you to Mirko as well as Wolf for being amazing analysts for today. And we got to check out the Kadia play of the day, and we're going to talk about all the plays of today. So let's check it out. And again, what an amazing day so far. Don't you guys feel like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Not really for a lot of the Liquid Echo fans, but definitely for all the Falcons AP Bren fans. I think, you know what? Even the Liquid Echo fans, they can be happy with some of the plays that they were able to make because, man, Sanford getting the outplay up top in the first game. A lot of the Lings from Kyle TZs as well. I mean, the Julians coming in from Kyle, few, so many of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the fans are very happy of the turnout. I kind of envy all the people that is actually part of the crowd. They're very happy. They're feeling energized. We can feel their energy even when we are not inside this stadium or we're in a different room. But yeah, I envy them, man.
Dude, again, like throughout today, it's amazing that it's not a sweep. I really thought it could go the distance.
Same.
But again, this just shows how dominating Falcon AP Bren really is. And like they said, this meta's really helping them out.
Definitely. I think even here, right, being in Saudi Arabia, it's really good for them because not only do they have the Filipino supporters, but they also have the Saudi Arabian supporters too, because me and Wolf, while the game was happening, we saw a lot of the Falcons fans as well in the building supporting with their own jerseys too, which is really, really cool.
It's really, really cool. And of course, the fact that we have seen the battle of the drafters as well, right? It's also a very interesting battle. Obviously, it's easy to say that the Falcons AP Bren have gotten the better end of the deal. But at the same time, if you just look back at how the drafting went, Falcons AP Bren definitely transformed.
With that being said, that's the end of the first day of the semifinals, the third day of the knockout stage at the Mid-Season Cup 2024. My name's Afel. Thank you very much to both Mirko as well as Wolf. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you very much to Gideon as well as Leo for casting amazing matches. Thank you to everyone watching. And for you guys at home, I'm going to give it to you. I think SRG against NIP Flash, the one that wins tomorrow, is...
shadows they emerge, unknown and unseen, forging their path from where they've been. From weakness to strength, they'll rise anew, transforming their fate, destined to pursue. See the world, their journey unfolds through trials and triumphs. Their story is told as the dark night falls. They'll defy, for in the depths of darkness, heroes will. Rise of the heroes, rise of the heroes, rise of the heroes. For in the darkest of nights, heroes will rise. When the world echoes your name with cheers and acclaim, through the land of dawn where chaos reigns. In the face of the storm, they'll answer the call. Through fire, they'll roar. They're never gonna fall. See the world, their journey unfolds through trials and triumphs. Their story is told as the dark night falls. They'll defy, for in the depths of darkness, heroes will. Rise of the heroes, rise of the heroes, rise of the heroes. For in the darkest of nights, heroes will rise. Heroes will rise. Heroes will fight. Heroes will rise. Heroes will fight like this in the night. Heroes will rise. Heroes will fight. Heroes will rise when it fears in the night. Heroes will rise in the heat of the fight. Heroes will rise shining fears in the night. Heroes will rise with fire in their eyes, breaking for barriers, reaching for the skies.
Thunderbound. Every few seconds, the next basic attack will deal additional true damage based on hybrid defense to the target and surrounding units. Hitting enemy heroes will permanently increase hybrid defense. Sky Piercer. Dealing damage to a low HP enemy hero, execute the target immediately, and each kill increases the execution threshold. User Crown. It now features adaptive attributes that apply to all heroes, and its active skill grants immunity to all damage and effects for a short duration. Malefic Gun increases basic attack range to kite the enemies more easily.
Okay.
You ever wondered how a Hollywood movie is shot? On a Sony. You review it on a Sony. And how do you make that sound epic? You record it on a Sony. Lunch break on a Sony. So why wouldn't you watch it on a Bravia by Sony?
Have you got what it takes to get to the top? It doesn't matter how high you climb. To reach the top, even the biggest champ needs a break. So you can recharge, dive back in, and dominate. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Hello guys, today is a very interesting match is coming. So today I'm gonna try to watch it, and I don't want to watch alone. Let's watch together.
The one that holds it probably
The
is
most
marksman
interesting match
I agree.
for
Yeah, I think
us
like HP, if
is
you say
AP brand versus the C9,
HP anyway,
which is a last
technically speaking,
M5
but then
champion
just-
versus BTK.
And C9.
Angela Ling ban. Side Angela. AP ban. AP brand banded Angela. C9 banded Ling. AP brand banded Valentina. So making C9 banning Louis.
During the finals, yep.
The finals, its own unique
Is it lag?
mode in the game, you know.
Yeah. Did you guys
Is
see
it
that
lag?
picture going around with all the goats?
Tap to the screen.
What?
I haven't seen it.
They're like, Milo, you should be in the photo.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Milo's the goat, man.
It should be a Louis ban,
It
right?
should be.
It should be a Louis.
Yeah, even commentary said that it would be the Louis ban. Not sure they're gonna open the Louis.
Because it's a flex.
So you get to play around.
We saw that.
Again, this is
We've been watching Louis was so powerful in MSC. Not showing.
So that should be a Louis ban. We did not.
Not
see it,
showing. Come on.
So there's the first pick coming up from Falcons AP Bren.
I'm
Oh
pacing.
man, I'm scared about.
I'm pacing now.
Oh, so they didn't show that the draft. They opened the C9, opened the Louis,
Mr. Stark, I'm not feeling well.
banned the Harris.
Oh man.
Hey Trex, how you feeling, buddy?
AP Brand picked the Roger and Louis.
Oh man, okay. And they're playing into the Loyi. I'm so surprised that the Loyi went through.
The AP Brand first picked the Roger, and C9 didn't even pick the Louis, and just gave it Louis to AP Brand. Then seems like last time MSC picked the Alpha, and this time picked the Alpha. Probably he's a secret weapon.
It's an initiation. At least you can help your teammates.
Player quick though. I think the easiest server is probably Malaysia.
And they always get group exited. For me, the weakest server is Malaysia. Sure, man.
Why did you want to read it?
From the MOBA scene.
I'm not gonna talk in the drive. You know,
So for the past 2 days, I have been nothing but complimenting Malaysia, but he's not accepting it.
Actually surprising, he said.
Yeah.
So focusing gold laners. In this case, they're probably Roger gold lane. Oh, maybe AP Brand will go Assassin. Then Roger gold lane. Ooh, Hayabusa.
Okay.
Right.
I'm still surprising that the C9 gave the Louis.
As long as they see anyone, they're gonna go for it.
For Cloud9 is okay. They lock in a choke pick, but still, the idea is the same.
They're knocked out.
Cloud9 has a lot of C combo. They're kind of worried about that Roger gold lane plus Louis pick or AP Brand.
First phase, that Aerith ban. Maybe the world, the shock, everyone watching. And to get into a position where maybe they can fight for the knockouts. Here we go.
Oh, Cho.
Getting into Clouty's face.
Oh, close.
Which is exactly what you want to see, but
Retreat. This is why you should retreat right away in the first. Guys, we don't know about it. Enemy rumors invading or no, right?
Very early justified for Litho. Doesn't seem like this is going to be much of an engagement.
Checking out the bottom.
That was
lane
so
here.
aggressive.
Basic. Find an
There's
angle
something
to
behind the
succeed.
story about Basic and Philippines.
Predator that
I heard that a lot of Filipinos hate Basic because of the very long time ago when Basic was in the doggies, something happened, something happened there, right?
Is this right, Gideon? Can we expect for Kyle to do this? A delayed take first on the
Auto
purple
fight.
and then commit to the turtle? Because look,
I think
MOBA Zane is rushing it.
I mean, he could rush it potentially, but I do think that there is a gank opportunity on the top side of the map. But
Balls Cup
again,
winning the damage
Assassin,
training.
The early
Nice.
levels doesn't really matter, and I don't really.
Nice John from the show.
Oh, Chris, aka Cold World, looking to reach. He needs a kick. There we go. It's online.
Oh, with the minute damage. Minute damage was stronger than Joe.
Falcons, BP Brand are all around the world trying to force.
Was trying to kick. Nice ultimate.
It lands on the 3 times. Steal Kyle finds the turtle. Midori Fury gets the knock of a first blood. It's gonna be Cold War who goes down as MOBA Zane takes out Flap.
That was actually nice engagement from the C9, but
2 for 1 plus the big one.
KLTZ aimed the MOBA Zane with the shadow exactly at the time, and then the retribution on time.
One more look at the team fight. It would have been great. That frigid glacier from Mark Cutie was picture perfect.
The red tree
maybe
fight.
jump in if you're bold.
Was a
SOT in
50-50.
through basic, but the items just weren't there yet. The firepower wasn't present.
Back with the quad.
This is the kind of situation
Wow.
when you
Look at damage. Wow.
you see the difference maker. Even if they were at relatively the same amount of items just yet, the war cry made the difference for Kyle TZ's basic attacks.
I like the AP brand is
just that good.
made
In
a
the
boost.
early, approaching 60-something% of the total hero pool, which by the way, Jushin is not yet a part of. So looking at the 124, 125.
Abby's open.
Started up already, less than half health. Cold World jump in.
Oh, that's kick.
Really good kick. They can burst him
That was a
out.
really nice kick.
Blows up at Kyle. Now he has to be a little bit careful. He doesn't have his bodyguard no longer, but Super Marco can clean up a fight if he finds the opportunity. A great play from Coldwater's flap TZ.
Oh
Now,
man,
away
will
from
take
yellow.
a
He's
lot
too
of
low to
damage,
be part of
dude.
this fight in Cold World. He's got nothing left in the tank, so C9, this turtle dance kind of looking a little different. Flicker forward coming in from Flap TZ to get the penalty zone, but it looks like he's out of position with no follow-up and a backup. Kyle only gets the double here.
That's deja vu for F-Cap. Another 2-for-1. Now with the
Oh, that's horrible, Louis.
Out of the way, but the dive is complete. The fast diversion from the side of Falcon's AP Bread.
The next step.
I think it's totally fine that Cold World goes down there. I think it's really unlucky that MOBA actually dies there.
Wow. Hayabusa's second skill never missed, guys.
Kyle, really great position of the quad shadows. SOD is already out, but I don't think he
The second skill exactly on the Aurora. That was. Oh, what a accurate! Whoa, very accurate.
Tries to go back in, doesn't get it, but does lose out on his retribution.
On that
The lake in Moscow, we know it is
the map
crazy.
is
Oh, 73 Unique
Okay,
Hero
all
has
right.
been
Well, to be fair, there have been a few heroes picked up. Now, Zayn in trouble. Oh, my Sky Piercer.
What? Kyle TZ's Hayabusa never missed a second skills. So exactly.
Right? How many kills he had before that could have been?
Let's call it 2.
Let's call it 2.
Let's say 2 stacks.
All
now.
right. I think that's fair.
Wow.
Free turtle for the side of Falcons.
The Hayabusa second skill.
C9, they've lost so much
Preventing.
tempo from that one diversion play.
Everything currently
Preventing.
on the map belongs to Falcons.
It
AP
is
Bread.
first skill
Looking at it
flicker.
from a
Wow.
roll to roll.
I think it's between Flap TZ
Think
and
he will
Mielo
be
as of
dead.
now, right? Based on, I mean, Mielo is.
Uh.
No, he got hit by the edge of it. No, the Vanilla Fury already finds the pick.
Look at this father and son do. I would assume that they're father and son. Hello, enjoying the show in the Amazon arena.
It's great to see the families come together, especially showing their love for esports here play out, because MOBA he probably doesn't want to be there
Wow.
longer than he should. He still has Spirit of Alpha to get on out of there. And even the fridge. Wait,
Oh, nice aim.
coming from RQT, and now they start to initiate. They
Oh,
get it
nice.
through. The next fall doesn't get out of there as Mielo is going to fall.
Hayabusa. Wow.
He gets hit by the penalty zone. And then
Bro, this guy's never missed a second skill.
Says, no, I'm
He literally aimed the backline Moscow. Oh, nice kick. Oh, nice kick. It was a really good turning around.
Cloud9 are here to play. They take this lion down.
Actually,
Cloud9's micro now.
Hmm.
Engagement. Deep
I go.
behind enemy lines. Gap right now, about 3K, 2K. They definitely shrank that.
They definitely shrank that, and they're back into this. Yes, they're missing
Kills over to MOBA. Zayn, he's making
Oh,
bank.
why?
And yeah, they'll take whatever kills they can, but
factor from the side of C9. And Falcons AP Brand, they recognize it too. Oh,
Oh, super fast because they saw that the Hayabusa was a bot. Oi!
Kyle TZ picked up by few. Here's the fight.
MOBA does get the Lord, but now the Frigid Breath is already down. Kyle finds Core instantaneously.
They didn't expect a Louis ultimate.
Unlucky, because right now he's just trading kills upon kills upon kills.
Ah.
That is the most expensive Lord I've seen in a while. 4 for a major objective. And now Falcons AP Brand making a beeline
Empty.
for this mid lane inhibitor.
Oh my goodness. Like, can Kyle not...
Can they
like,
end the
he
game?
lost at least 30% of all... 40% of his stacks. He got it all back in a
Not
single
yet,
fight.
but
Maybe even more now because he just got 3 out of that.
you know that
engage by pressing.
crazy thing is, the Hayabusa was on the bot, and then he was trying to clear the lane. But Louis was there. Look at this, the power of Louis. Louis was a backup for Hayabusa right away to the Lord. And then the Hayabusa actually get on back to the Lord on time. Oh, I'm gonna try to rewatch it after this match. Wow, crazy.
But
Because you know the C9 thought that Hayabusa is gonna push the bot, bot, and then they could burst the Lord, right? But Louis was there with the Hayabusa. Hayabusa just cleared a 2 million and then Rido just go back to the Lord right away. So he was on the team fight, Lord the team fight.
Yeah, I think that Kyle TZ is just way too far ahead in the game, right? Just
10 kills, bro. 10 kills, Hayabusa.
Pretty devastating. It's gotta feel.
10 kills. Some people ask me how to play Hayabusa.
This has been
Gotta be the just need to second skill exactly. Doesn't matter your mechanics, second skill will just hit it.
Like, you know, I'm the big executioner, and Kyle's like, nah, I got Sky Piercer. It's all good, man. You can take a back seat.
Mentally, because they can clump up, feel the wrath of the shadow.
Oh, the damage.
The yin yang, and
He didn't exactly like.
looking for wave clear. Cloud9, Mark Cutie, and Basic are really their only hopes. Because if MOBA puts himself in a weak
Crazy.
position, then he's
What if
losing
you?
beta and his
What if he got kicked? There's confidence. Hayabusa.
Fluid when it comes down to team fights. They usually just want the traditional front to back, and ideally, they always want to keep moving forward. That's what's really cool about this composition. But Falcons AP Red throwing artillery at C9, forcing them to kind of spread apart because he's just that much of a threat.
Yep, and of course, there's the penalty zone you're thinking about too.
They're zoning so hard.
From Ogwin and Flap. Now that
outside of the map, they at least get MOBA.
Ben Louis.
What a fast play from Falcons AP Brand. They did not see it coming.
Has a Moskov at this point. Again, 14 minutes in. Big Lord in mid. Top lane in jeopardy. This could be it.
Oh, once again. Using the Glacier very early on, but they're going straight for the Crystal.
Exactly.
They're ignoring a majority of the members, and FCAP take this 1-0 against C9.
Wow.
Kyle, he is nasty. I thought it was going to be a Nolan.
It was super clean and high mechanic from the AP brand. From the first total fight. Really hard.
From target to target.
Right.
Thank you very much. And we're looking
And
at
5 champion is not easy.
Trying to think like
Oh, crazy.
Intense amount of in-game knowledge because of the experience.
It is pretty intense.
Give it to one of the veterans. Give it to someone.
Hayabusa always on the points with the second kill. He never miss it.
World champion. But for eventually, Kyle TZ will die after this.
Accurate seconds. I wish I can play like as him. I mean, we wish, right? We wish.
Hayabusa showed himself in the bottom lane and Felix
Finally.
was just laughing because like.
Yeah, I see. Overconfidence.
Overconfidence.
Nice. Isn't it like a caster?
Like I said, it was oozing with confidence.
Hayabusa didn't even. Hayabusa is a full penetration build. All right, let's watch the second match together, guys.
That made it very difficult for them to deal with.
Damage taken. MOBA Zane taken damage more than the tank.
It's a bit much. Battle for Cloud9.
All right, 45 seconds left. I'm actually cheering C9 to be honest, but you know, AP Brand is amazing. Every time I've watched the AP Brand games, they amazed me. They started, okay, they bend the lane. Yeah, Chip Louis is so strong. That's a dream. Nobody can pick Chip and Louis together because enemy team is not stupid.
We are the draft.
We are the draft.
We are the draft.
Okay, Louis, yeah, of course you need to ban Louis. And then if you ban Louis, then Valentina is the next up. Or if you just let the Valentina up too, then pick the Farsa through the MSC draft.
It's crazy how C9's first pick and now they're banning the Louis.
Yeah.
A lot of blue side Louis bans nowadays, huh?
Well, we did see.
I do agree.
Number one.
The crazy, that's what commentators said.
Louis was actually third.
They're on the blue side. They're on the first pick, but they banned the Louis. Angela?
So what they
Neo ban, that's interesting because they are expecting to pick Claude, I think.
Tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Harris first pick. We're gonna pick Roger.
Is this actual? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, they pick Roger. Yeah, Roger. And Terizla. Terizla against XP. Edith. Brock. Rom. Brock win rate is only 45%. I think they're gonna pick Mage. The AP brand gonna pick the Mage and then ban the Mage. They know that C9 is not playing the Assassin, so I think Farsa is also pick for AP brand, my opinion. Oh yeah, Faramis. I never thought about the Faramis. Yes, Faramis.
It could be played
Yeah,
with jungle.
Furnace and then Farsa
Also,
or something
the
8
XP, but of course,
damage.
the Terizla was already open, so maybe
Export. We
export
don't know
is
about the ban
indeed
pick because they're not showing. Ah!
What that reaction is.
Oh!
Okay, wait. There's YSS?
Shin.
Was that the reaction?
I
That was
love
the
it.
reaction.
Ethan Shin. Farsa.
YSS.
What was the ban? Come on. Oh, Fredrin jungle. Fredrin, Roger. Oh, Aramis, Fredrin, Roger, Export. But they don't have a poking hero, so probably Farsa gonna do a lot of things for C9. This like interesting for everyone, even me too, right? Picking Isun Shin in MSC, and we know that the MOBA Zane is Isun Shin main, right? Alright, they started. That was a good start from the red.
One are clashing in one matchup here in game 2.
Camps to pick up later on.
This is a crazy, like, when they know that the jungler used that retribution, enemy jungler, AP brand jungler just came out, tried to do something.
Kyle TZ is still,
But the Isun Shin farming was a fast.
Oh man,
He did a lot of the back and forth.
perfectly. He's got to slow on towards the gold lane instead of passing it over to basic. They made sure that MobaZane is going to be scaling.
It's gonna be hard to take the total for C9.
Laners are going to be all right, and considering basic's current standings
Wow.
against Super Marco,
Already half HP. Are you gonna give it for free? Yeah, I see.
Oh, there's the Earthshatter onward.
It's a flicker.
He flickers away. Penalty
Seconds.
zone's on top of it, but that just means that he's going to get just run down by Flap TZ.
Before starting the total fight, Pillow has a always low HP. They gave up the total.
Farming, which X maybe after 4 or 5 minutes from now. There's the War Axe, but he definitely needs one more.
Nice.
I think he needs one more
Nice to see.
really punish whoever comes in.
Gold lane is actually intense,
Right now,
guys.
what they have on the board, I don't think it'll be
Through the map.
Yeah, I like the way
Purify.
right? Because
He dodged it.
Simon Force has already been popped. It's 2v1 up on that top side of basic. He's trying to get on out of there, but he's getting a little low. Over again, plays it really well, but here comes the cavalry here as Mark QT is able to fight
Not
the
good trade.
back. Honestly, kind of beating out his friend just to get a free kill.
Yeah.
Was it too aggressive? Oh,